Welcome to the field. Out on!
Hello and welcome to Didcot Town Football Club, where today Mousehole are making their first appearance since the royal visit on Thursday to open the club's new road. A very memorable week for the Seagulls could be topped off with the 3 points here today. This is Mousehole versus Didcot Town. Dan, we're here at Didcot today. Obviously it's our first game back playing after His Royal Highness Prince William gave us a visit last week. First of all, can you tell me about that a bit?
It was a great day for the club. It's incredible publicity for a tiny little village on the edge of the country to get royalty to come and open our road. So it was amazing. But it's really just a starting point. The road is sort of like, it's a gateway, if you'll excuse the pun. We need to take that momentum and move forward with it because it opens up opportunities, commercial, in terms of having, car boot sales, potentially even a music festival, and we're going to have a youth tournament at the end of this season. And we need to use that and move on from there.
Can you tell me a bit more about how it's affected the community?
In terms of the community, obviously it's helped Paul because they're not going to have big coaches going through their village. It's going to allow people to get to the club a lot easier and use the clubhouse a lot more because, as a club and as an area, Cornwall is one of the most deprived areas of the country. So we face real world challenges and we need to use that road in order to bring more people to the club, both as attendances for matches, but also in terms of using the clubhouse more, getting the community in there and having events there. And also, one final thing, it was really exciting to see a lot of new faces at the ground when Prince William came, and I'm really looking forward to those people coming to matches in the future.
Well, it's half-time here and Mousehole lead 3-2 at the break, and joining me as usual culprits Les Calver and Paul Fletcher to give their thoughts. Les, starting off with you, what do you make of it?
Well, I think it's nice to have Paul here who can actually make it today. So, apart from that, I think we played some brilliant stuff. It's been a few dodgy decisions, I think, but we're looking good. Down this left-hand side especially, we are really sharp. So keep it going, and I think there's more goals in there for us. More goals.
Paul?
I'd agree with Les. I think that's probably one of the best performances I've seen. First 45 minutes, we totally controlled that game. Our midfield is incredible. They're knocking the ball around with pace. Simo's had a great chance. That could have been 4-1, game over. But I think I agree with Les. We look like we're in total control. Two long balls. They have one specialist route, which is long ball to the big number 9. But I think we've been absolutely outstanding. And I do feel we'll go ahead and win this game, genuinely.
Moving on to individual performance, Talon Mitchell on his 200th game. What a player.
Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Yeah. Outstanding. He battles throughout. And the problem with Talon is because he's got this reputation, he got took out there, nothing given to him. They go and score from the corner. That's got to stop because if he gets fouled, it should be a foul. Not just because it's Talon, but absolutely fantastic. Fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
Can I just say, on a personal note, fantastic achievement for Talon. Hayden 200 the other week. Ollie as well, and to get 200 goals like that, 200 games, and to play the way he's playing today with so much enthusiasm, amazing. I'd like to see him getting the winning goal.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, mate.
Thanks.
Get past him, go and tell! Go and tell! Yeah! Come on! Come on!
Talon, 4-4 in the end. Great performance. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean it was an entertaining game from from the sidelines, but I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned in that game, that like every game. But I mean, there's some really big positives that I think we need to take, and I think sometimes we look at the negatives quite a lot, but there were some really good positives in there. But obviously we're just high standards, so we want to improve all the time. So we'll take away the negatives, and I'm sure Jake and the team will look into how we can improve those kind of mistakes that have been made quite consistently in that game, which we'll be disappointed with. But yeah, it's a tricky one, but 50-50 with I feel.
Speaking of the positives, you made your 200th Mousehole appearance today. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, amazing. It's I'm something I'm really proud of, to be fair. Like, I mean, when I was a little bit younger, I was going from club to club, and I didn't expect to be at a club for this long. And when you're at a club this long, you meet so many great people. I've made so many lifelong friends. The fans have been fantastic. They're such a good family club. I couldn't have asked for kind of a better time that I've been here, really.
We've got our Cornwall Senior Cup fixture against Helston coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
How do you look forward to that? How do you prepare for that game?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's again a cup that I've never won, so it's a big game in my point of view, and I think the lads feel the same. So we'll go into that like we do every game, and trying to put in another good performance like today, but just correct the mistakes.
Thanks, Talon. Jake, a great game for the neutrals, but what did you make of it?
Yeah, maybe terrible game on the sidelines. That will be the end of me. It's just this crazy game that the boys have tried to analyse in the huddle there, and we've spent 25 minutes sort of going to and fro in, and me and Charlie have had a chat about it, and it's such a hard one to unpick because obviously they scored early on, and then we were outstanding for 30 minutes and should have been 5-1 up. Didn't take the opportunities. Then they score a second, which I know obviously this is pointing out the obvious, but absolutely changed the game because it was a foul. And we got really frustrated about it, and we went from being so calm and in control to riling them up, riling the crowd up. They thought the crowd were fantastic and really got behind Didcot, especially second half, and it just changed the total feel of the game from being totally in control. And I take responsibility for that because I was so frustrated with the decision as well. So, but we still again could have put another couple of goals at the end of that first half, and so you wanted the same to continue second half, and then of course the red card happens, and Ed has to come off, and then it just becomes just a manic game that you're trying desperately to control and influence from the sidelines, but really difficult, and the players are trying to wrestle control of it as well. And I just feel like with 11 men we could have been a bit braver, a bit more calm in possession, and not presented them with the opportunities they did. But look, we are just as the players, we take responsibility on the sidelines as well. Could we have done more to stem the absolute mayhem that was kind of ensuing out there? Got ourselves back in front, and then just conceded another really disappointing goal, and that has to be the takeaway from tonight. You come away and score 4, but can't concede the goals that we've conceded in this past week. Obviously, not having Ed on the pitch, not having Wardy available today, it's always, we ended up with a defence back there. We had a midfield and a striker back there, so we're struggling a bit on that front. But yeah, it's a strange one because I thought for parts of the first half, it's the best we've played. I thought we were outstanding in possession and should have put the game to bed and didn't. And then all of a sudden, you've got the mayhem that ensues.
There is, of course, a lot to take from that game, but one thing in particular, Talon Mitchell, 200 games for Mousehole.
Yeah, brilliant, and typical of him that he found a way to get through that game. He was really struggling, took a heavy tackle in the first half, and managed to for the goal, actually, for their second goal, and managed to see it through when I think most other players would have gone off. He's going to be sore now, but he's been an unbelievable player for the club. Does so much off the field and gives so much time and energy and quality, and I think in moments in possession in the last couple of games, he's looked like getting back to his best. We have to remember he missed an awful lot of last season, and we missed him. And I feel like, and Tal would say the same. He's been a bit up and down as he's come back into the team this year. But I think the last sort of 4 or 5 games we've seen glimpses, or sorry, not glimpses. That's unfair. Seen real chunks of the game that he's controlled. And I thought first half today he was scintillating. A real exciting player to watch and gets you on the edge of your seat. So brilliant. Love the kid. He's such a he's such a part of the furniture and a legend. I know the fans who were, by the way, brilliant today. You know, he's a legend amongst it. So yeah, massive kudos to him. Massive kudos, like I said, to the fans. Unbelievable today. Massive respect for Jamie and the team at Didcot. Brilliant football club. Pitch was outstanding given the amount of rain we saw, and there was a bit of doubt about it yesterday. So great club, and I hope they go on, you know, and do really well. I know they were missing a few today as well. So, but yeah, great for Tao. Yeah, one to remember.